In this video, I'm going to just go over the thought process. We just posted this one. Now, all the information here, just kind of laying it out. My alert went off, checking the chart. Really liking that it broke this level on the daily time frame. And alerts are just going off left and right, guys. So just kind of give you a heads up. It's very difficult trying to only get the one token, but I have to filter which one looks better. So why did I pick this one versus other coins? Well, right now, market's moving. Market continues to be strong. You know, I'm constantly looking at Bitcoin and seeing what it's doing, how it's reacting. If it's pulling, when it retraces, if it's pulling the markets down as well. And the easiest way to do that is just see when Bitcoin comes down, is it coming down 1% or 3% before going up? And then go to that coin you're looking at and make sure you're on the same time frame. That way you can see the pivots just a little bit easier. Go from the absolute high to the absolute low. And let's just say, for example, Bitcoin went down 3% and your coin went down 6% or 9%. That's average. But if your coin went down 20% or 25%, well, that's showing that your coin is moving more to the downside, and it's very risky because you're gonna have to do your stop losses a lot lower. So hopefully all that makes sense. If it doesn't, make sure to reach out to me in the VIP chat and we can get that squared away for you. But going back to this, we're on a very low market cap coin. So this means that this could potentially move faster, kind of like this, kind of like this, and kind of like this. Now what we're doing is we're seeing, because right now the market is looking pretty nice, we're seeing that we broke above this level, and we could potentially come up a little bit more, kind of right here to this level before retracing. Remember, what goes up will come down and then potentially come up again. Whenever I do my white circles, that means an entry. If I have a yellow circle, that means it's a higher risk entry or more aggressive entry. And right now these are white, so these are good. Now, for the instructions, it was basically, you know, enter now. Expect, you know, to add to our entry here. We have our stop loss pretty tight, considering it is a 304 million market cap. You know, normally on these, when they pull back, for example, never take my word for it. Here we went up and our pullback was roughly around 30%. On average, these small market cap coins, they pull back about 20 to 30% on average. And what I recommend doing is just using it's over here, the price range profile, or price range from all the way up high to down low. We're looking at about 23%. From here to here, about 23%. And let's see, another one that we can kind of go. I mean, these all gave 100% back, but let's look at this pullback. So on this pullback, from here to about here was about 25%. It went up and then went down a little bit lower, so about 25% on average. So 20 to 30% is the average pullback. And this is one thing that you have to kind of look at whenever you're trying to do your stop loss. Once again, my goal here is to teach you how to fish. I do not want you to be a sheep. And let's say you're going to enter this in the group. I posted, you know, regular spot trade. If you wanted to, you could do a 2x. Now, granted, I trade a little bit more aggressively just because I'm watching these coins and I can add to my entries, or just cancel it, close it out, wait for another entry, and then I can get in because I'm doing higher leverage. But if we're just doing a regular spot trade and you want to potentially get the absolute best entry, go to a smaller time frame. So here we're looking at the daily, and you can see it broke above this. And let's go to the 4-hour time frame. And what we're doing is we're just kind of looking and seeing what's happening. You know, went up really nice, pulled back very hard. Went up really nice, pulled back fairly hard. Went up really nice, pulled back very hard, about 78% of this move. So from here to here, about 78%, from here to here, about 68%, from here to here, about 78%. Then it goes up, comes down, starting to look boring, looks like it wants to roll over. But again, it has to break this level, then break this level, and then continue breaking the levels to the downside for us to potentially think about a short. But since it's not breaking these levels, we have to wait. Then it breaks, it doesn't break this level right now, but it does a beautiful double top. Comes down here. This is our decision point. It came up and it could not break above it. Okay. Coming down, but it did not break below this. Okay. Now it's coming up. Now it's losing momentum. Again, it looks like it wants to roll over, but we're not going to enter a short. You could do a short here. It's higher risk, higher reward. However, the safer play is just wait. Wait for the break of this level to short. Once this level breaks, you can short, hopefully a target here, hopefully a target here, and then further on. But it doesn't do that. It comes up and it breaks this level. Once it breaks this level, beautiful retest. Let me just go ahead and draw out this level so you can see what I'm talking about. So let's go here. And what ends up happening is the price breaks out and retest. Then it went up some more and beautiful retest. And now it's coming up and now it's doing, even though it broke this level, it did not break this one. And right now it's, you know, decision point. What is it going to do? It's coming up, broke this level to break this level. This is what I'm teaching, guys. This is the secret sauce. That's what I teach in the live streams. This is what I teach in the VIP. This is extremely important. Now, of course, if you do not have the money to join the VIP, it's okay. You don't need this to learn how to trade. I'm showing you this on YouTube, showing you this in my learning series, my videos, my playlist. You know, the playlists that I have, they are worth $1,200 boot camps. However, I'm not charging you. I don't want to get rich with you. I'm sorry. I don't want to get rich because of you. I want to get rich with you. You know, I always say that I want to get rich with you. And I'm not going to edit that out, you know, because this is just going to be straight video. But it's extremely important. Everybody else wants to get rich because of you. I'm showing you all the secret sauce. You don't need to join anything for me to show you something special. Now, granted, if you're in the group, you get all the updates and, you know, in timely manner and everything else. If not, just watch these videos and you will see that, you know, these updates, they do help. And of course, if you want pretty much access to me, that's what this is. Access to me. We have a month to month. Here's the annual, you know, you get a month for free, save a lot of money. Also, here's the lifetime membership. But once again, guys, like I'm showing you all these tips and tricks so that you could make money. And then if you decide to join the group, well, then potentially, not financial advice, potentially you could make more money because, well, you have access to me and access to pretty much me, you know, in the charts and the markets pretty much all day. You're leveraging your time. All right. So what do we have here? We're trying to pinpoint our entry. Now, what you could do is, you know, we go over this, you know, moving averages, also our VWAP. The VWAP is the blue line. The white is 9 SMA, 30 SMA for the orange, 50 SMA for the red, 200 SMA for the yellow. Now, what we can see here is we have our 9, 30, 50, 200. So this is in sequential order, you know, from lowest to highest. This is showing strength. This is showing really nice strength. Not only that, but the price action is above the blue line, which is our VWAP. So that's another good indicator that, you know, right now is a good time to enter the trade. Now, could we have entered down here? Sure. Higher risk, though. Granted, we'd be on a lower time frame. And let's go ahead and do that. So right now we're looking at the 1 hour time frame. And on the 1 hour time frame, you know, what we do is we just basically break, you know, once we break a level, came up, down, and broke this level, we can enter the trade. And then we can look at these moving averages as possible areas of support resistance. And then, of course, it comes up. Let's go to the 15-minute time frame. What we're trying to do right now is pinpoint a very, probably the absolute best entry. Now, what I'm doing is I'm going to time frames lower and lower. And what I'm looking for is I'm looking for possibly the 15, 5, or even 3-minute time frame to really pinpoint my entry. And at this time, of course, you can be looking for divergence and everything else. I usually don't, you know, trade divergence. I'll see it. Like right now, we do have divergence. We have a high and a lower high. However, we have a high and a higher high. Now, why do I think this is going to pull back? Do I think it's going to pull back because of the divergence? No. I think it's going to pull back because, well, it's only gone up. If we go on the higher time frames, you can see it's straight up. But since we're on the lower, it went up, pull back, up, pull back, up. More than likely, it'll pull back. Now, when it pulls back, the average, I'm thinking, might be right around here. Or if we get lucky, down here. This is our 30 SMA, and this is our VWAP, and then this is our 50 SMA. So I'm looking for potentially the price coming down here before continuing up. Just remember, what goes up will come down. What goes down might come up, depending if it is a rug pull or not. Hopefully we don't have any rug pulls, or hopefully you're not entering any trades that are rug pulls. But if you're just looking at this regular spot trade, you know, this percentage of a pullback, which I believe 4%, I forget what it was. Okay, about 2%. Now, 2% on a regular trade, that's nothing. You know, you could enter the trade and then go about your day. But if you're doing leverage and you're doing a, let's say 20x or 10x or 5, you know, whatever it is, whenever you're doing leverage, it's extremely important to manage your risk. How much are you willing to lose on the trade? Now, my amount of money that I'm willing to lose on the trade stays the same. The only thing that changes is the leverage. So if I'm willing to risk $1 for the trade, the leverage could be a 1x, 2x, 10x, 50x, 100x, doesn't matter, because I'm only risking $1. If you do not understand that concept, you have a long way to go trading leverage. But I can get you there. Again, you don't have to join my group. Like I can't stress that enough. Like, I would teach you how to do all this stuff. Make sure to join my live streams every single day, Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard, Saturday and Sunday at 4. I will get you up to speed. Why am I so invested in making you money? Well, so you can join my group. Join my group. Hopefully you make more money, not empty promises or empty dreams. You know, do we lose? Yes, we do. Do we win? You better believe it. Do we move up our stop losses? Yes, of course. And I notify you of all this stuff. All right, moving on. Let's get back to this. So I do think the price is going to come down. I did put a small entry here, but at my lower entry, I believe is around this area, to where, let's go to, and for me personally, I love trading on the 3-minute. I love trading on the 3-minute. And what I'm looking at right now is just kind of, you know, seeing the price. It did break below the 9 SMA. It's breaking currently underneath the 30 SMA, maybe the 50 SMA. We just got to give it some more time. And more than likely what might happen, again, I don't know what will happen. I only think, you know, what could potentially happen. Or it comes down, comes up, does a lower high, comes down, does this number, and then potentially starts going up again. Remember, what goes down is going to go up. You know, what goes down, going to go up unless it's a rug pull. What goes up is going to come down. So let me go ahead and get rid of all this really quick. And this is just a reminder, you know, what goes up will come down. And then guess what ended up happening? You know, it's not breaking these, well, it broke it here, but barely. It didn't remain under it. And then it broke it here, broke this level, broke this level. Let's go. So what, just to let you know, it's normal for it to pull back, for it to continue up. So again, now the reason I entered here instead of waiting for this is because, well, it could just skyrocket to the moon right now. And if that happens, I'm already in the trade, and I'll just wait for a retrace, and then so I can add to my entry. If you made it this far, put in the chat, hashtag, I'm trying to think of something, 1 second. Hashtag free, hashtag FREE. All right, guys, that's all I got. I do thank you very much. We will see you on the next live stream. And of course, ask questions. Ask questions. Don't pay somebody $99 an hour so you can, you know, have a mentor answer your questions. I will do this for free. Never trust me. Always verify. Verify if what I'm saying makes you money. Trade with very little. If this is a new concept for you, as far as the simplicity that I show you in trading, you know, I make it, I don't say simple, but I do simplify trading. Let's just call it I make trading less difficult. I truly do. So I do thank you guys very much. Make sure to tune in every single day. Make sure the notification bell is on. If you have any questions with anything, ask in the VIP. I always say that in the VIP chat, but ask in the live streams. Like, let me help you, and make sure to share this out. If you have people that are struggling making money, show them this video, and let's see if we can change their percentage as far as maybe winning more than losing. That's all I got. Thank you so much. We will see you on the next one. Take care.